keep an eye on all the China stuff. Is it a precursor? Are they taking them down a precursor to something that's going to happen with China? There are people that know. There are people, I mean, you may talk about Pelosi or whatever, and they have some information and they know. Do they know there's a big issue with China coming? And if it is, that's a tell. It teaches you earlier. Okay? Other big things, keep an eye on snow. Completely collapsing. These guys, yesterday, this guy comes out, and, oh my God, this is so good. Their revenue growth is so good. Here's my question. He goes, everything's going to continue to go to the cloud. It's never going to stop. It's going to keep doing it. What if a nuke goes off? Is it going to go to the cloud? Is it going to go to the cloud? Snow goes to $5 in that case? Everything else goes to $5 too, because a nuke went off. But the logic of all this stuff doesn't make any sense. And the action doesn't make sense. So when action doesn't make sense, things dive lower, 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 lower. Amazon does a split, and it rips to 30, 50, somewhere like that. The exact thing Google did. And the next 2 weeks, Google dropped 200. Next week and a half, Amazon's down 200. Carbon copy. They both did clown splits. I mean, worthless splits. Nobody wants the stock. They'll never be playable again. And for people that think they know, you will never, after the split, you will never get a 1 to 100 in Google again, ever. Never. In 50 years, you won't get that. And in Amazon, you won't get that. Because that would mean they double the market cap. So if it's $2 billion or $2 trillion, you're going to make the stock $4 trillion. Will never happen in your lifetime. Okay? So know that. And then for the people that send me messages and said, but Sam, if you bought it at 1 before, now at a 20 to 1 split, you're going to buy it at 5 cents. No, he's not going to give it to you at 5 cents. He's going to give it to you at 50 cents. Just look at what he does with Apple. So you're not going to buy, instead of 100 contracts, you're not buying 2,000 contracts. So it's not the same. It'll never be the same. Okay? SPX, just watch if it goes negative. If it goes negative, you got 4132, you got 4100 round number, 4,000 pin. Then we see. Don't know. NVIDIA, 209, 206, 192, 172 needs 252 to be better. But outside of that, it needs the chips to get better. And there's nothing good with chips. If nobody can deliver, and so that means, let's say you have all your machines and you're not growing and that's all you can do, and you can't make any more chips, you have no growth. Is it with everybody? Maybe. Has nothing to do with selling them. It has to do with making them. Mavago, 609, 551. Crowd, 196, 172. Zscaler, 201, 221. 162. Pan W, very weak. This hit 595. It's down 70 points. 551. 482. Roku, 99.91. Amazon, 27.72. Snowman, 161, 152. Baidu, 99.92. CF can't seem to get through 99. Shopalicious. This is the one, if the market runs, this can run. But all of a sudden you look and say, well, Sam, the market's up 5. And this thing's up I don't know, 4, 5. Really? Being down 1,200 points, it can't even run 20 with the markets up. 482, 552. UPST. Something bad is going on with this company. I don't know what's going on. Something bad is going on. It's down. It's cut in half almost. I mean, just crazy. Okay? From 160, it's almost 80 after great earnings. That being said, I actually like the 95s, but they're at a buck. At a buck. Not at $3 or $4. In a buck. Apple. 149, 141. There is so much massive risk in Apple right now, you can't even imagine the risk. Massive risk. mRNA. 166, 172. I'd like to see 172 right off the bat. We'll take 10. We like those. Let's see what happens. Googleicious. Not very delicious. 24.21 down. Way down there. 100. 26.62 to be better. Jesus. Tesla. Tesla was up last night after hours, 15, and people send me a message, Tesla's flying. I said, why would you think that? It's up after hours. I said, do you know that Tesla has been up after hours 7 times? 7 times in the last 30 days? And it goes negative every time. Isn't that interesting? Now, who watches that? Nobody, except Sam. So keep an eye on it, keep an eye on it, then we see, then we see, then we see. Comments, questions, thoughts on the very strange disconnect between UVXY and VXX. Yeah, there's disconnects everywhere. Because you have people saying, just get me out. You have another set of people saying, I've completely hedged. Think about this. If you did what we said and you bought Tesla, say you had Tesla, you bought it at 500, and it was sitting at 800. Let's say it was sitting at 820 last week. And you bought the 920 puts for $100 for this week. You didn't pay any premium. Maybe paid $1. And so your stock is down 60 points. You've lost 60 points. Your puts, you've made 60 points. You haven't made any money. But you haven't lost any money. And if you wrote the calls, now you kept the money from the calls that you wrote. Beautiful. That's how you trade. That's how you trade. That's how you trade. That's all we know. See if the market goes negative. Maybe we pop 10, 20, 30 on oil. And then do we give it up? Don't know. But just know, what the thing Kramer and all these guys got wrong, he's telling me, he's like, chips and stuff are so low. But how are they going to guide up? Yesterday, person after person. Oh my God, Facebook is good. It's down so much. They just lost 60 million accounts. They haven't fixed the Apple problem. They have so many issues you don't know what to say. How are they going to guide up? If they miss and guide lower, Netflix. Look at Netflix go down, 330. It's about to go to 272, like I said. Netflix, it went up because Ackman bought, and then Ackman said, probably called Reed Hastings, said, hey buddy, let's do this. You buy, and I'll buy, and we'll take it up 80 points. They took it up 80 points, and now they're both negative. Netflix, the price hike's starting to move out higher. I understand it's not cheap, expensive, but people aren't watching as much TV, and it's going lower. It had its time. It had its day. I mean, it could easily be 200 if they fix up the PE. Interesting. Roblox active users, 55 million. Roblox revenue, 204 million. I have no idea if that's good or not. Roblox up $1. So they guided higher, it looks like, and it's up $1. Interesting. Everybody have a great trade day. See you in chat.